Welcome to the Enterpriser Podcast, the hub for Atlantic Canadian entrepreneurs. This special episode has been brought to you in partnership with purpleday.org. Thank you everyone for joining us. We're here today with Cassidy Megan, the founder of Purple Day International. Welcome, Cassidy.
Hello, and thank you for having me on here today, Liam.
No problem. So for those of you listening that don't know, Purple Day is the International Awareness Day for Epilepsy, which is on March 26th every year. So at this time of recording, it's in a couple of days. So Cassidy, tell me, how long ago did you get this started? How old were you when you started Purple Day, or founded the idea for Purple Day anyway?
Yeah, Purple Day is fast approaching. I was 8.5, 9 years old when I first started Purple Day. The idea just came from me wanting to connect to other people who had epilepsy, and after I want to be sure that they didn't feel alone or afraid to talk with epilepsy like I did when I was first diagnosed.
Sure. And I know that when we first started talking, you kind of had felt that, maybe your journey wasn't exactly what we were looking for when it came to the entrepreneurship, but social entrepreneurship definitely embodies the entrepreneurial spirit, just like any other type of entrepreneurship does. And I know that we entrepreneurs need a little bit of positive affirmation now and again from our peers. So I think what you're doing is great. And I know that yesterday was the Purple Day Gala. Is that right?
Thank you. And yeah, last night was our annual Purple Day Gala here in the Maritimes.
And how did that go?
It was amazing. It was the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes' first in-person event since COVID. And I know some people were a little nervous on how it might go with the restrictions and everything, but it went amazing. The room up to par. The room looked full. Everyone had a great time from what we've heard.
Was that on? It was on Friday and Saturday. Was it at the Westin? Do I have that right?
Yeah, it was at the Westin Hotel. They've hosted the galas for the last few years actually. It was the 19th.
Cool. How many people ended up coming? Like you said, the restrictions preventing, but how many people ended up coming to the gala last night?
I think it was around 200 people showed up.
Oh wow! Oh, awesome. That's really great.
It was great turnout.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So how long has the Purple Day event been going on? I know you sent me some trailers that I watched, and I really wished I could have went last night, but I have 4 kids, so it's kind of tough sometimes. How long have you been helping produce the event? Did the event start right away when Purple Day was founded with the Epilepsy Association, or was that something that came later on?
The gala came a little later on. The association has been around for 40 plus years. Purple Day I started Purple Day a year, I believe, 2008, and then the following year, the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes decided to host a gala for it to be as a fundraiser for them to help them be able to continue all the work they do. And it was a wonderful event, and we kind of stuck with them, and been hosting them ever since.
Awesome, cool. So now I had asked you to give me a little bit of background on how it started. Now, when I say a little bit of background, what I'm wondering is, there was obviously something fairly significant that happened between you having this idea for Purple Day or an Epilepsy Awareness Day in 2008 when that happened. But obviously there was some sort of fairly significant undertaking that happened between that idea and it coming to fruition, it actually happening. So can you give me a little bit of background on that?
Yeah, so it was kind of a bit of a funny story. When I first had brought up the topic of Purple Day or Day for Epilepsy, um, we were watching a commercial about a run for another health condition. Not a day for us like this for epilepsy. And she's like, well, Cassidy, the whole month of March in Canada is for epilepsy awareness. And I'm like, but like, but I want a day for us, just a day. And she's like, okay. So it was just kind of bouncing ideas back and forth about what the name could be, and colors were big at that age and a good association tool. So she told me that lavender was the official color for epilepsy. So I was like, well, that's just a shade of purple, so why not just call it Purple Day? And and now, like looking back, I'm glad I went with that because people can wear whatever shade of purple they have or want. Also, lavender can be kind of hard to find sometimes. Um, so then after we established that Purple Day was my idea, we like, okay, how do we get this out there? So we called up my school, my brother's school, and our cousins' schools, and this got them do assemblies, and we got the association, our local association, to come in and give presentations at the assemblies. We decorate the schools purple. We joined Facebook because that was the newest thing at the time to join. So we're like, all right, let's learn this Facebook thing. Let's get on that. Spread awareness through there. The association, our Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes, we told them about it, and they joined on and partnered with us for being our Canadian partners.
Mm-hmm.
They helped. It was the first agency to join me with Purple Day, and they helped take it to other agencies across the country. We reached out to all the politicians we could get a hold of. Yeah, I didn't know a whole lot about rules and regulations and barriers, so I was like, well, find a number and call them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, worst they're gonna say is not this year or no. So
Yeah, of course, yeah. You get that a lot in the event
what's the
business.
harm in calling?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah, and so then Purple Day that year was amazing, and the next year in 2009, our Global USA partners got wind and joined us. They're the Anita Kaufman Foundation. So we went to New York to launch Purple Day with them there in the States, and it's been successful since because of all the support around the world and all the wonderful ambassadors and partners we've connected with and joined forces with over the years. I said from day one I wanted to go worldwide, and I'm so glad it's gone worldwide and further. It's actually in 2018. It was actually Purple Day was celebrated in outer space and all throughout NASA and the International Space Station.
What? Really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Purple Day was
Yeah, so that
celebrated
was
in space. Wow. I don't know.
wow.
You're the first person that I've met who has accomplished putting their own idea into space. That is I'm gonna check that off my list.
Thank you. It was crazy. I remember that year vividly. It was we literally played phone tag with NASA. Astronaut Ricky Arnold, he was up in the space station. He brought up a purple shirt to support his daughter on Purple Day while he was up there for his mission. And so he didn't know until he got back, but all his coworkers and people in that on down here with us in NASA manning the station, all were purple to support him and his family, and it was just amazing to see it all. And I was playing phone tag and actually finally getting the phone call. We were in a Walmart parking lot, and they were called Mom's Cell, and I'm like, it's them.
Oh man, I can only imagine that conversation.
It was such a whirlwind, but it's crazy. I always wanted to be worldwide. never thought it would even be possible to spread even further.
Yeah, stellar. Do you plan on staying involved with Purple Day long term? Are you, or is this something that you're going to hand off and continue to do more, go in a different direction? What's your plan with that?
I don't see me ever stopping spreading awareness and giving up Purple Day. I don't see me ever leaving it. Part of me will always mentor others and be a leader in this, and I am so grateful for that I'm capable to do that. I,
Well,
of course, will continue to do other things in other realms, but Purple Day is definitely staying with me.
awesome. So, speaking of other realms, what motivates you now? What are you working on now in life? Now, I mean, that you've accomplished an incredible amount at a young age. So, what are you working on now? What are your passions?
Right now I'm do professional modeling. I'm working in the film industry and working on other business ideas that are in the works currently. I'm working on getting investment property and starting my own little farm.
Oh, really? Cool. What's the what type of farm is it? Is it just like a livestock farm? Or are you going to specify in growing, organic food? What are your intentions there?
It'll be a range of things. Not very, it'll be like horses, goats, pigs, stuff like that. But my main drive with it will be to offer experiences on the farm ranch to people who, with disabilities that otherwise wouldn't have those opportunities because of the discrimination we face,
Hmm.
and teaches them the life skills that you can learn on a farm or a ranch.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate you joining us today. I look forward to meeting you at the Enterpriser Conference next April. And if you want to learn more about Purple Day and how you can support it, you can head to www.purpleday.org. And if you want to reserve tickets to the Enterpriser Conference, simply go to www.enterpriser.ca. Thank you for listening. Thanks, Cassidy.
Thank you so much for having me on here, Liam, and I look forward to working more with you and together with everyone else that wants to reach out. They can reach out anytime. I look forward to working with all you guys and you more in the future. And thank you so much for having me on here.
Thanks, Cassidy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe to the Enterpriser podcast for new episodes every 2 weeks. Jump on to www.enterpriser.org to reserve a ticket to the Enterpriser Conference next April.